Hi everyone, it's Kelly here from spiritualawakeningsigns.com, coming to you today with our special angel card reading. So this is specifically for spiritual awakening. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, if you're on a spiritual pathway, this is where you're going to get the messages that are right for you. So we're going to be doing a reading today, and we will do one card that we select for everyone. So generally what's going on, it's the guidance that we're looking for on what's happening in spiritual awakening and what we need to look out for. And then we will look to you to choose your card number 1, 2 or 3 so that you can get a more personalised message about what you need to know right now to really help you move forward in your spiritual awakening. So you can always get good messages, and like I always say in these videos, it doesn't matter when the video finds you. It doesn't matter whether it's live, whether it's 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now. The right message will find you at the right time, and it's relevant and meaningful for you. So I can see a few people have joined us already. We've got Kelly, hi there, we've got Lisa, and we've got Julie as well. Feel free to say hello and let me know what card number you're going to pick. And you can intuit this, you want to tune in and you want to see out of card 1, 2 or 3 what seems to have more of a draw. What's the first number that pops into your head? What's really standing out to you a little bit more than usual, and you'll get the message that's right for you to lead you through your spiritual awakening. And I can see Cherish Angel has joined us. She says hello there, always just in time. Well, that's great, I'm glad you were able to join us, fantastic. We've got Natalie has joined us as well, hi there. Fantastic guys, so let's get into the first card, which is the card for all of us. So this card is really about giving us guidance for what it is we need to know collectively on the awakening pathway, what's changing, what's happening, and it can be really helpful to get, I can feel that card's happening already, it can be really helpful to get that card. Okay, you guys are going to love this. Here's the card for all of us. There's nothing to worry about. Isn't that wonderful? The card for all of us right now in spiritual awakening, this is a card of comfort. It's a card that really soothes your worries. It's about, maybe you've been fretting about your awakening, maybe you're finding it really difficult, maybe you're starting to wonder if things aren't going to be okay, maybe you're starting to wonder how you're going to make it through the rest of this. This card really signifies that any of the things that you are concerned about or worried about, it's all going to be okay, and it will find a way. This is all about that kind of divine balance in the universe. It's about things will find a way to work themselves out, and this feels quite specific to anything that you might be facing in your life or awakening right now that feels like it could never be fixed, like there would be no resolution that could come up. What the guides are really telling us here is that absolutely it can be fixed, it can be soothed, and you're really putting a lot of your energy into worrying and being upset over it, and it's about just kind of trying to calm down, trying to let the flow of awakening happen around you, and knowing that you're supported. This is very much about recognising that guidance is there, that there is that the guides and your angels and the energies that you look to lead you through awakening are very much in charge of this. They've got you, and they will intervene where necessary. They're smoothing everything out for you, and they're absolutely with you. So that is the key that you want to take away from today. If there are aspects of your awakening that you're worried about, also if there are aspects of your awakening that you're questioning, it feels like, I'm seeing this image here up in the surface, there's a lot that you could be thinking about or worrying about to do with your life or awakening, and this really is an indicator to just like the angel, put your hand on your heart, take a deep breath. And also we've got, I don't know if you guys can see, it's a little dove here. It's almost like just let it all go, let it fly away, let it go, and everything will be okay. There's nothing to worry about is the key message that we're getting. Okay, so we're going to get into our next cards now. So for everyone who has selected card number 1, this is your card reading. Let's find out what it is that you need to know right now. What do you need to know to move your awakening forward, to support you in your awakening? And that's what these readings are all about. It's very, very more focused towards your awakening. Let's see, we've had a card that's jumped out. Okay, now this came up the last time as well. So card number 1, we're getting the same cards cropping up all the time, so you'll know if this energy is meant for you. This card, again, it's the same as last time, so you'll see it does indicate new partner, but I would actually cancel that energy out. That's not quite the message that I'm getting from this card. The message that I'm seeing in this card is about connecting with your guides. It's about connecting with your angels. It's about, just like this lovely angel is witnessing this beautiful unicorn in the sky, it's about connecting with higher energies, connecting with higher vibrations. And that might be a true spirit guide experience for you. It might be that you start to notice there are messages, there are signs, but it could also be that you just start to get this higher awareness, higher connectedness. Something's happening spiritually that is taking you up a level. The fact that we're all in these lovely white colours here, everything is a brilliant white, the beings are a brilliant white, talks about a much higher vibration. It's a white light vibration, so that means that you're connecting really, really highly with your spirit guides. And I also feel that there's a connection here to spirit animals. I feel like you could be getting messages through spirit animals, and what it is will speak to you personally, but I'm picking up things like you might see it through birds, through noticing feathers lying around, you might notice it through horses. These things tend to show up again and again, so if there are spirit animals that are coming into your field and you're noticing things, but you say, that's strange that I've seen that animal, look it up online and find out what the message is, because it will mean something to you. It will have a specific meaning that is relevant. You can just Google it and pick the message out, but really this is also, there's more energy to this. This is about moving into a brighter future. There's a shift in energy, very much like we were talking about moving into 5D. More recently, it's kind of that energy. You're moving into a higher realm, a higher vibration of being. So life might look quite similar, but you'll just feel that you're shifting into that higher vibration. And it's also an indicator that you need to watch out for things like what came up in the first card, worrying, stress, panicking over things, ruminating over things, anything you can let go of that is to do with 3D that keeps you kind of held in the drudge of the 3D vibration. Please do let it go and move forward, because when you do, you're going to move into these much higher vibrations. You're going to be flying, you know, moving into a much higher and brighter future. So please do that. So that was card number 1, and if that resonates with any of you guys, you can let us know below. And now we're going to get into card number 2. So if card number 2 was your card, let's find out what it is that you need to know right now. What do you need to know to move forward? What's going to be most important for you in your awakening, in your spiritual progression right now? I feel that. It's really interesting the things that happen. Here's the card that's come up again. There's nothing to worry about. But let's look a little bit deeper, because sometimes we get these cards come up again because there's an extra meaning in them as well. It's so interesting how this happens. It happens all the time. You'll see it in the cards, and I'll just show you the size of the deck that I'm actually working with. We've got a lot of cards here. Okay, so card number 2 for you. Again, I feel that as I'm tuning into the energy of this, that there's a few different things coming in. First thing is that you might be tending to be caught up in anxiety, in worry. You might be getting caught in that global consciousness fear. So I'm seeing a big connection towards the heart and the chest space. So you might be fretting a lot and worrying. So this is really an indicator that it's time to calm the system down. It's time for self-care. It feels like you might have a tendency to swirl into worry, and then it just kind of takes you down. You get caught in this spiraling energy, and it's time to move out of that, because what you really are being told, and you're being told again, so this is coming up twice because it's a really important message for you, is there really is nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be okay. And I feel like the guides are encouraging you to come out of that energy. There's an energy around about the ears here as well, so this would be your psychic hearing, your psychic chakras, and I feel that there's a discord between the worry that you're in most of the time, or the stress that you're in most of the time. It cuts off this psychic hearing. And with the psychic hearing, I feel when you heal that and you release that by getting out of the worry, getting out of the stress, and taking proper self-care, what you'll find is you pick up more psychic messages with your ears. So things like maybe you actually hear the messages, maybe you pick things up in songs, maybe you notice things in other people's conversations and it just the answer you're looking for stands out to you. Your guides are going to be giving you messages through the ears, and right now you can't hear because everything's just too hyped up. You need to work on relaxing. You need to work on really recognising that this message has come up twice for you because they really want you to hold on to the truth that there's nothing to worry about. Everything's okay. So it's really important for you to move out of that energy, and when you do, what I'm seeing is that it's not just that the ear chakras will heal and become unblocked and open up so that you can hear things, and of course this can sometimes manifest in energy in the ears and cause problems and discomfort and things throughout awakening, but it's also about when you can change that energy that's going on in there, you're going to open things up, and then you're going to open up spiritually. So the chest and the heart chakra is going to open up, which expands your ability to love and be loved, and also it's going to set you free. It's going to really set you free from a lot of the things that are holding you down, because what I'm being shown right now is that a lot of the worry and the anxiety that you get caught in is kind of, the guides are showing me that it's almost like it's perpetuating, it's self-perpetuating. So the more you get a little bit worried, the more kind of hemmed in you become, the more it almost creates your own self-made prison that you can't get out of, and then it's a really difficult space for you. So please focus on self-care, and please keep this a mantra: there's nothing to worry about, everything's going to be okay. So lovely message for you guys there, and again, just another indicator of the same message that the guides really want you to have. So again, let us know if that resonated with you. I can see a few people saying yes. Phil says yes. Absolutely. And we'll get into card number 3. So I can see a few people have picked card number 3. So let's see what it is for you. What do you need to know in your awakening? What do you need to know to move forward in your spiritual progression? And thanks for all the likes and love, guys. Appreciate that. Let's see. Card number 3. Let's see. Okay, this came up before as well. So if you're getting this, if this is a twice, if you've had this card before in our readings, this is the message coming up again. But this card is all similar theme. It's all about self-care. It's about becoming free within yourself. So this tells me that you're a little bit too hemmed in. You're probably a little bit too hard on yourself. I feel like there's a punishment energy there. So you might have a tendency to be a little bit mean, a little bit down on yourself. Harsher towards yourself than you would be to anyone else, and it feels like you have all this compassion within, but you give it to everyone else and you don't give it to yourself, and that needs to shift in awakening. You need to become this embodiment of that energy that extends to others but also absolutely nurtures and takes care of yourself. I can see Sophie saying, wow, second time getting this card. Yeah, if you've got it twice, it is absolutely a message that you need to heed. It's really important. This is the guides giving you the next step in your awakening journey. So right now what you need to do is look at all the ways that you can be really a bit down on yourself, a bit cruel, a bit nasty, a little bit even neglectful, and it can be little things like not taking proper care of yourself, you know, not making sure that you've got everything that you need, kind of putting yourself last where those options come up. So this is very much about the freedom that you'll experience when you shift into that energy of proper self-care. And the message that's coming in from the guides right now is that it's all about compassion, but you're going to have to kind of create that compassion within first. It's going to need to be extended to yourself before you can send it any further out from where you are. And you really have a huge capacity for care and compassion. You are an empath in the truest sense, very, very sensitive, and very sensitive to energy too, but that also means that you require a little bit more care. It also means that you need to take care of yourself when your emotions are coming up, when you're feeling hurt, when you're feeling upset, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling maybe exhausted or burnt out. This is the time when you need to learn to really take care of yourself and stop putting yourself to the end of the queue. And when you do that, the fantastic thing about your awakening is that it's going to start to change the way you feel, because what I'm thinking, the energy that I'm seeing here is that there's a kind of childlike playfulness in you that may have disappeared over the years. there may be a part of you that used to be quite light and free, and you tend to be a bit more serious now. And that's very much because you need to move into this energy where you kind of nourish that part of yourself, you take care of yourself, and you do good things for yourself. And it's that energy that starts there that builds up this wonderful energy of compassion that then you can send out to everyone else. And then it's really congruent because it's the same within as it is without. So please do focus on that. And what you'll find is that once you start stepping into that lovely energy of really looking after yourself, and putting yourself first, you'll find that you become a lot more free. The energy and the message that I'm getting here is you'll get your giggle back. There's a little kind of laugh and a fun and a free energy to childhood that maybe you've lost along the way, and you'll get that back the more that you start taking care of this part of yourself. And it's also about freedom. You'll get into a place where you just don't feel so hemmed in by everything anymore. You're going to feel a lot more free. You're going to feel like a weight has been lifted. It's time to move into this energy. It's time to care for yourself the way that you care for others, and give yourself a little break. I can see Natalie says, yes, filling up my cup first. Absolutely, that's exactly what we're talking about. Fill up your own cup first, and then it's much easier then to extend out, and then it's coming from a really good place because you've got enough to give. When you don't have enough to give, the energy isn't always quite right when we have to, keep giving the scraps of what's left. So please do take care of yourself, and just take heed of this message and make the shift, and you'll find that your awakening progression starts to really amp up when you do that. So a little something every day to take care of yourself. So that was cards 1, 2 and 3, and I can see a few people have mentioned that they resonate. These cards are resonating. I can see Lily says the ear part makes sense here. So we were talking, card number 2 I think it was all about the ear chakras, and I can see Gia says I need a reading. Well, it's absolutely fine, just have a little look through. If you missed the beginning, just choose card 1, 2 or 3 and just rewind back and you'll be able to get the reading that's right for you. Kelly also says, I picked number 2, but 3 also resonates. So sometimes you get that. Sometimes there are just different messages that you're getting in each of the cards, and sometimes more than one card stands out to you, which is really odd. Lisa says, hi, I'm not sure how to do this, but 15 is a number that has affected my life profoundly hard. Well, you might find that sometimes these numbers show up and it might be significant for you. It might be something that shows up again, so keep an eye out for it. But you can always just think, is it card 1, 2 or 3, and whatever one jumps out to you absolutely first is the one you're going to go for. And Lily is really getting into the energy of 3. She says playing and pink energy. Yep, it resonates. Giving myself more leeway and loving self. I feel this greatly. She's talking about the light, feeling free, wanting to be freed, and giggling and grinning lots more. Today is this energy, and I feel a lot more free. Finally filled up my own cup. That's wonderful, lovely. And Cherish says, thank you so much. You're all very welcome. I hope that you've enjoyed the reading, and there will be more of these readings to come, so make sure you click below to get notified whenever we go live, and you can also subscribe as well so that you get any of our future videos. And if you're interested in the angels, or you like the way that we work today with this lovely angelic energy, you can check out our other video, which is linked below, which is signs that your angels are trying to contact you, because this happens a lot when you start getting into these readings. They start showing up, so you might find that helpful, and you can check it out because we've got some assistance in helping you connect to your own angels as well, which is fab. So let's see, Cherish says, very accurate, and it really helps me calm. 333 is the number I see. We'll look out for that. 333 has its own meaning. You can check that out as well. Lisa says, thank you, I'm learning how to fill up my own cup. Very important, and I think actually it's a message for all of us in awakening right now. Sophie says, thanks, Kelly. You're also welcome. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Take this angelic energy with you. Hold on to the messages and make those shifts so that you're moving forward in your awakening. And thanks for watching. Bye.